Hello, my name is Brad Baker, and this is the first video of many related to Spreadsheet Gaming. I would like to have this introductory video to go over what Spreadsheet Gaming is, what I'm creating, how I'm trying to get there, and these updates will be provided to help you better understand how the game is designed, how it's played, give you a bit of insight on all those important aspects if you want to try it out yourself. So this first video is just a quick introduction to what Spreadsheet Gaming is. It is a video game, or video games in the future, being created out of Microsoft Excel. I'm currently using Excel 2016, and I've only been able to do it on PC. It's not working for Mac, and there's no current macro availability for mobile either, although I really hope that does happen soon. So let me just go through which options you have here. You have about the game. This is a little bit of history about the game, a little bit of information about myself, a little contact information so you can reach out to me if you want to. Always feel free to say hello or give me your thoughts, positive or negative. That's fine either way. So just a little bit of information if you want to check it out and find out a little bit more. Now we have a couple other options here. We have player skills and clubs, player creator, Clubhouse. We'll get to player skills and clubs, then player creator, then we'll get to Clubhouse. So overall this is set up so it's almost like a game menu. You can click through them for different things. So we already checked out the sort of history about the game or myself. Player skills and clubs, we click that. This allows you to view any player that's in the game, and as you'll see in a second, you can create your own players, and all the statistics associated with that player are going to be unique to that player, so you can really sort of develop the game to mimic your own personal character creation, stats, abilities, that kind of thing. And of course you can create, golfers, famous golfers if you want, and customize their stats to mimic how you think they should be or are, whatever you want really. So the player skills are mostly just power and accuracy, and you have for each of the golf clubs. Maximum skill of course is 100. So you will be able to, in future versions of this game, be able to increase the skill levels of your AI characters, or I should say your human created characters. The computer characters will not have skill levels that can increase or decrease. And also here's all the golf clubs that are currently equipped on the player, along with their power and accuracy ratings, also up to 100. And then there are the available golf clubs, which are all the different clubs that player can have access to. So if you actually do have a human created player, you can select different clubs and equip them. Now this is a current computer player, so if I try to equip that club, nothing changes. One of the benefits of creating a human player. So let's quickly go back here to player creator. So this is where you get the chance to set up your own player. It could be a human or a computer player. And like I said, the benefit of selecting a human player is that their skills change over time depending on how you play. Also, humans automatically start at a 25 skill level, whereas a computer player you can select it to be anywhere from 25 to 80. We won't get into too much detail there, but I will capture in its future videos each of these options in a little bit more detail. Before we get to the Clubhouse, let me just point out a couple things. So every single screen that you see in the game will have this logo, this question mark in a white circle in the top left corner. On any page, if you click it, it gives you an overlay of information about the current page that you're looking at. So for example, we click here, we can get to see, all right, it gives a little bit of information about every single button here and what it does. The top, of course, is always going to, or not always, but currently is the beta version that you're playing. So we're currently on beta 1.5, which is available for download for free. If anybody wants to try it out, play it themselves. So that'll always indicate which version of the game is being played, and hopefully in these video tutorials, if anybody's following along at their own pace with their own version, if they're using the same version I'm having, they should have the exact same results as they're going through. You'll see updates in this red font in a black box, sprinkled throughout the game. Whenever a version of the beta has something different than a previous version, I like to call the attention to it by including this little update icon. So for example, this is a clickable link to Patreon, which is a website where I can upload my content. There's different levels, so to speak, of free content versus paid content. I try to always include some free content because I know not everybody just likes to put any money out there for what they're getting in returns, even if it's worthwhile. And in someone's opinion, it might not be worthwhile in everybody's opinion. So anyway, this is just a link. You can click on it to check out my Patreon page and decide if you want to just browse the free content or if you want to subscribe to the monthly options there. Any support is greatly appreciated. So let's get into the Clubhouse. So this is where you set up your own game and all the options associated with it. Again, we have our update box here, and in this version of the game, there were 4 more holes created for the Greenwell Hills golf course. So that is what is different between this version and the previous beta 1.4. So here we can select the number of players that you're going to have in your game, up to 4, 1 to 4. There's 3 golf courses that are currently in the game, so you can select whichever golf course you want to play. It will update, of course, with the number of holes available for that golf course, and the par and the yardage for that golf course. Then, of course, you can select your hole that you want to play. So even though this course only has 2 holes, it gives you the option of selecting up to 18. If you select anything above 2 holes, though, you're not going to actually be able to play those holes. So please select a hole that is actually available on the golf course you want to play. So I'll go ahead and select the 6th hole for the Greenwell Hills course, which was the first course added to this version of the game. Wind, I generally play without any. Maybe once the game is much closer to complete and I want to test out the difficulty, I'll start including it when I have my playthroughs. But I think it's a good place to start with no wind at the beginning, especially if you're starting as someone who hasn't played this game before and just trying to figure out how it works. So I already have my player set up here, Brad Chewy Baker, and it'll give you information related to their current player skill level, as well as what tee they start off on. There are 3 different tees in the game. Some courses have 1, some courses have 2, and some have all 3. A starting tee, the closest one or the shortest distance is your white tee. And then as you get more skilled, you are forced to play from the blue tees on any courses that have a blue tee. And the gold tees are reserved for tournaments. So you will not be forced to play on gold tees unless you're actually in a certain tournament. So once you have your settings all set up, you can hit the links, and this is your interface for playing the game. So I will definitely capture how to play in a separate video. It can be a little overwhelming, but once you get the whole hang of it, it is pretty straightforward. And I've tried to set up so that it's easy as possible to follow, looks good, and it's fun to play. So here's a quick view of this current hole, which is number 6 on Greenwell Hills golf course. It helps if I can speak properly. Okay, so that was just a quick tutorial on the Spreadsheet Gaming's golf game, beta 1.5. Thank you for checking them out. I'll include more information in the description below the video and links where you can reach out and follow the development of this game going forward. Thank you very much.